go live on this. All right. And we have transitioned over. I think it's going to be working. So, welcome back, everybody. This is still Gaming with the Cats. I am still Noob Mechanist. We are going to be playing some Monster Hunter Rise to fill some time because the demo for Cult of the Lamb was super duper short. Only lasted us a little over half an hour. So we're going to take the rest of the time and just kind of chill out with some nice Monster Hunter Rise play. I'm pretty far into it. I haven't beaten some of the nastiest monsters, but it is kind of a zone out kind of abnegation game for me. I can just play. So we're going to do that. Tree, close this game. But yeah, anybody that's interested in that sort of creepy cute combination, definitely look into that Cult of the Lamb. Yeah, I mean, we got the basics of the game, but ultimately it wasn't any different than the promo stuff that we saw at the launch of the game, which is kind of disappointing for a demo. But, you know, it's more than I had previously, so it just reinforced that I'd like to play that one. Library, play. Probably going to keep the existing music going. We're going to see how loud this is for a YouTube stream. Monster Hunter can get relatively loud. These are your warnings, logos. Getting through all this stuff so I can figure things out for us. Ideally, future streams will be a little more smooth than this as far as the transition. We are going to turn off background music. Okay, we're just about ready. So switching back over. Look at that. So this is the Al-Mudra armor. I like it because it makes me look like a Power Ranger villain, but it also lets me roll with the Catbot theme. Because Al-Mudra armored Catbots look like robots. They've got the little spiky feet, little gripper claws, and they have like the luminous kind of LED portions of their body. So I figured it was on target. We have played this before on our Twitch streams. I believe this is our first YouTube stream of it. I have a quest to take on Crimson Glow, what's he called? Can't use that quest hub. Like Crimson Glow Valstrax or something like that. It's this big nasty laser dragon. I don't know if that's a special one, but I think it's a special one. So we're gonna warm up first. Go through. We're gonna, oof, that's a, we want to warm up, not a beaten. You know what? Double Toby. 2 Toby Kadachis. This is a quest I don't need to do, but I'm going to do it. Get our equipment refilled. Gonna eat some tasty desserts. Extra quest rewards. Weaken the monsters. Be a little more durable. Should have probably taken... I should have showed you that. We'll do it next time. Here, we can do a different one. For those of you that are... it's relatively disappointing that we don't get the bonkers food that they normally have the hunters eat in Monster Hunter. But we still get some nice animations. Let's see... What do we have a lot of in our inventory? Bunch of Mandragoras. Let's do that. There is music that plays along with this, but we're playing our stream soundtrack over it. The Palicos are adorable. You do have access to a Palamute, a helper dog that lets you ride around really fast, but then I couldn't have my my catbots. My Sammy and Sky catbots are bomber catbots. They have a lot of explosive abilities. So, Monster Hunter Rise is a Monster Hunter game. Shocking, I know. Again, I enjoy it because it's one that I can just kind of chill out and play. But the general gimmick is you get a mission, you go out, you wail upon woodland creatures with oversized weapons, you carve off pieces of them, and then you repeat that operation over and over and over. Monster Hunter Rise has the addition of the wire bugs. Let's turn that on. So you can hear all of the smacking. The wire bugs and those little hummingbird things are the big systemic changes to this one. The wire bugs let you kind of Spider-Man around the place. Very convenient. And the birds give you temporary stat buffs for the duration of the level. Part of your equipment determines how much each stat can receive buffs for from these birds. So like the orange ones raise your defense, the red ones raise your offense, green for health, yellow for stamina. These are weaker opponents, so I could probably get away with not gathering as many of these little birdies. But I like to gather the birdies. You get to run around and harvest stuff while you're doing it.
Looks useful. All according to plan.
Now, if I had the dog helper with me, I could use the dog helper to do this faster. But, again, we don't need to. These are... In Monster Hunter World, those would be endemic life. They would just be, like, worth points. But they're also hunting helpers. So, I'm just going to use this up to show you, but if you grab a fire beetle, you can use it to lob a fireball once. Which would ignite a large monster. Which is pretty handy. There are all kinds of them like that. Might as well grab that. I don't need ammo, but this is a puppeteer spider. It's very cute. We go camera mode. Little demonic spider face, but he's like trying to scare you away. Like, look how frightening I am. Up we go. It's a greater wire bug. Lets you, if you've unlocked it, lets you propel yourself all over the place really fast. There's sort of warp points when it comes down to it. Things you often end up doing with this is that you learn a pattern for running that will get you the resources that you most want to get. So, gets you lots of spirit bugs, gets you lots of, like, mining nodes, that kind of thing. I do occasionally play heavy bowgun, as opposed to this big sword. Heavy bowgun is like an underslung, like, cannon.
Excuse me.
A Of course, I use the type that explodes a lot. Or fires big explosions, I should say. It's a anti-Dobra. Lets you clear status conditions.
Let's see what nature has in store for us.
But yeah, heavy bowgun can be fun. I just find that I don't feel as involved in the gameplay for heavy bowgun. It is still fun. It is still involving. It's just I feel more engaged with the greatsword. And people often find, and I have found, that you kind of find some weapons that you like in this game. They each have their own sort of play styles.
I found our target.
So you can use the wire bugs in combat in addition to zipping around the landscape. Greatsword has a bunch of engage and disengage kind of moves. Tobikadachi is like a flying squirrel lizard snake thing that has lightning powers. He can also fire the scales from his tail like a projectile there. Oh, wrong move. Oops. So I've just gotten the shock condition. Being shocked makes you a little more vulnerable to damage. So we'll distract him by throwing Felvine, which is essentially super catnip, to our little buddies there, so that they get amped up. If you can get to him soon enough when he does that wall cling, you can knock him down, which can be handy.
Some humans could learn from you. Be careful! Thanks for the support.
There we go. I managed to bop him out of the air as he was coming in for a move there, which gave me time to use my biggest greatsword attack. The big cartwheeling slice there.
It's all over for you!
Greatsword has that sort of feast or famine feel. If you can stay on him, it feels really good. If you can't stay on him and land your hits, you feel pretty weak. Right, we've injured him enough with jumping attacks that we get to do a ride move here. Which means we can use one monster to wail on the other monster by puppeteering them with those magic threads that we've got.
I'll show you no mercy!
You'll notice during my attacks that I'm kind of shoulder charging them periodically. The shoulder tackle of the greatsword gives you super armor. You can't be stopped during it. You can still be hurt during it, but not only does it allow you to speed up your super attack, essentially, it also acts as sort of like a potential interrupt or way to dodge a knockdown. So if you get good at using it, that's one of the ways that you can stay right up on them during a fight. Is just to use that tackle strategically. Oh, there's a Pookie over there. Which we can also use a ride move on because it got smacked by another monster. Pookie is kind of like a wyvern chameleon that can spit poison. So he's got his big, long, stretchy tongue in his very kind of impressive color range. But he can also fly and, you know, has poison. Seem to have lost some sound there. Ah, that's why. Window lost focus for some reason. Greatsword is also extra sad if you miss. The impact is noticeable, the recovery is large. That crack sound was my blade losing one level of sharpness. We're going to fix that in just a moment. I have my kit built so that I can preserve that sharpness for a little bit of time there. Toby taking offense to a couple of bugs there. Oof. Myself gets smacked pretty hard there.
What objective from humans could learn from you?
That was Sammy charging in with the Giga Barrel Bombay move, where they grab a barrel that's like the size of a human and sort of walk it into the enemy. There's our flash bomb move. Missed a lot of attacks there, so we're just going to disengage. Oops. Insufficient disengage. Get him. Get him. Ouch. Didn't interrupt him enough to knock him down. Kind of upset.
After it. Now
Off it runs. Uh-oh. Those little guys aren't really dangerous to me, but they're annoying if you're trying to do anything else. Kick. Okay, so the puppeteer spider lets you mount a creature again. There's a time limit or a a cooldown time between when a creature can be remounted like that. It's like 5 minutes. It's 10 minutes if you haven't, if they've had that same move done on them. But the puppet spider counts as a different move. So we can do that one at the 5-minute mark instead of at the 10-minute mark.
I think you've had enough.
So we can give that other Toby a good pummeling here. I can use that dash to the side and sheath the weapon move, both to give myself the offensive buff. You can see the glow on my right arm there, but also to get out of danger and sheath really quickly.
Thanks for the support. It's all over for you. Wonderful work, my friend. Are you ready?
It's also fun when you get call-outs with your character that are like, "Ah, I'm gonna destroy you now," and then you get hit. Like, immediately after the character does the grandiose threat.
Some humans could learn from you.
Oof.
Wonderful work, my friend. I'll show you no mercy.
Yeah, right there. I'll show you no mercy, and then it smacks me.
Thanks for the support.
In prior Monster Hunter games, your character didn't really have a lot of voice. That's kind of, in my experience, new to Rise. Previously, it was a lot of kind of, you know,
A satisfying hunt.
how Link speaks.
I'll help
A lot of grunts and battle cries and similar. We take out our big choppy knife, rip some bits off of it. And then we go kill his friend. You generally have 2 wire bugs, but you can pick up a temporary one as you go, which lets you use 3 moves consecutively for travel, and up to 3 moves for offense. Some of the offensive moves take 2 wire bugs at a time. Another random critter in the world. Smack it and it blinds everything around it. The rolling did not help. Sometimes you can roll into a slide like that. This was not one of those times. It just made me look foolish. Psych up the catbots there.
It's all over for you. Looks useful.
Ouch. Oh, nice. Didn't think I'd get him with all of those. See, his scales have the, like, wide armor plate of a regular scale paired with a barb at the end. That one got him.
A major step forward.
This...
I placed the trap. Now's our chance.
So you can kill them or you can capture them. For some creatures, that changes their loot table a little bit. There might be something that you can only get from a kill or a capture. Usually it's just a frequency thing. Like, it's more likely on a kill or a capture versus the other.
Laughably easy.
Little catbot dance. All the loot that we get. Yep. So the reward for this quest was a new special move for the bow, which I very much don't use. But if I did, I'd have a new move now.
I have a special quest
So we can turn in quests at the end. There's the overall quest, but then you have kind of like side quests you can do during it. So picking herbs, defeating or capturing a monster, breaking monster parts. Those are all optional quests that give you some extra stuff. Always good to do. Your kind of day-to-day stuff in this game is after each mission, well, you can queue up melding, and after each mission you get to pick, you get to reap the rewards of one of those melds. And the reason that you want to do them is to get talismans. These are, at the tier that we're dealing with, potentially very strong, randomly generated accessories. And you really, really want these. And you want them to be good. Because they can give you a lot of skills that would otherwise dictate what kind of armor you're wearing or how many slots that armor needed to have. But these talismans can change all that pretty extensively. So I've got a lot of those queued up already. It's not necessarily a matter that it benefits you to have a whole bunch of them queued at once. It's more a matter that you want to make sure that you have one queued for each mission that you complete. Since it's linear. First in, first out. When I had those cats cook that secondary meal there, I earned some more meal tickets, these Dongo tickets, that let me ensure that the special meal that the hunter eats gives me full benefit. So now we're going to run over to the Buddy Plaza here, where the catbots are training. I have a couple of them that are kind of idle right now because I'm looking to switch out some of the generic ones for the specialty ones that I've been building up here. Take. We're going to keep them doing that without spending any further points on them so I can swap them out as needed. Yeah, we'll send out the Meowcenaries, though. Meowcenaries are a way for you to get monster parts without fighting them yourself. We're going to pick from one of these sparkly ones because we want to get the rare items. This in particular because that is a Elder Dragon battle that will have better than normal loot drop out of it. Send Ember, 2 generic catbots. Actually, I'm going to not send the generics. We're going to send these 2 Rorschach clones. Well, Rorschach and a Rorschach clone. And a generic catbot. We'll play through the little video here. They'll jump off on their little ninja kites, and then the Meowcenary chieftain launches them with a giant fan gust. Ninja cats, you can't beat it. That right there is a Palamute. They're kind of wolf greyhound cross breeds, you know? They're really big, but they're kind of whippy. So these are my Rorschach pattern cats. I use them for support cats. So what I would like to get is a very particular combo of the second, third, and fourth ability there. At the very least, I want the second ability to be Healing Bubble. And I prefer if the third ability is the Anti-Monster Mine. The fourth ability can be a lot of things. I'm less concerned about the fourth ability. Support cats are particularly useful because of the Feline Silkbind that is their first ability. What it does is they effectively deploy a tow cable that prevents a monster from moving too far out of range of the cat. And that can be a big difference because that tow cable can haul flyers out of the air. It can slow down mobile monsters. All of that is good. No luck with the batch this time. I have a lot of catbots already, so it's not urgent what I'm doing. I'm just trying to optimize. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the Gathering Hub so that we can pick another mission.
Special quest has come in for you.
Now, this is a multiplayer game. The Monster Hunter games allow for up to 4 people at once.
Good luck out there.
Monsters scale with the more people with more people. I don't recall how Rise scales. In general, you're either in high rank mode, which means it treats as if you've got 4 people. Each person can bring 1 pet with them when you have more than 1 person. If you're by yourself, you can have 2 pets. So it could be like a dog and a cat. You could have 2 dogs. The dogs will fight as well. But I find that the felines are much more versatile with the kind of offense they put out. You can see the felines making Dongo there. So this time we're going to let you watch through the movie here. I'm not big on Dongo calculators, so we're going to do weakness. We have the Firebird and we have the Sleepy Fish. So I think we're going to go fire resistance and water resistance. It's not really necessary. I overpower these guys a bit. But it's nice not to get burned. It's nice not to get soaked. There's a little song that goes with this. I've heard it too much. So they chop up the little rice flour dumplings and reform them. And the ones that they show you are the colors in combination that you requested. Now, while they don't show the hunters eating the gargantuan meals that they traditionally do in Monster Hunter, you can still see some of their gastronomic capability here with the fact that they ate those 3 like fist-size dumplings in one go and then drank down a full like tankard of tea in one go. Normally they show them like a whole roast pig with big ol' like full side dishes, and they just blitz through it really quick. It's that sort of eating that you don't want to get too close for fear that you'll get pulled in. This time we're at the frost area of the map. we're going after Somnicanth and one that Acnosom. So Acnosom is the umbrella bird, and Somnicanth is the sleepy fish.
Who's me?
That is their technical names. Very much accurate, I assure you. The S-Cure Got isn't a terrible thing, but the way my armor is set up, having a healing field is less valuable.
All according to plan.
So instead, I'm going to focus on grabbing any of the offensive hunting helpers that I find. Or at least indirectly offensive. Scythe down those bushes so that I can get the birds hiding inside them.
A major step forward.
Gathering some more, gathering some more. Again, you don't have to do this, and if you're really confident at the game, you can largely ignore a lot of that. Okay, that's a brew hare. They're particularly useful. What they do is amplify any other items that you use for a period. It's kind of random how many uses you get. A little bit. But it makes like your healing potions work better kind of thing.
A major step forward.
Be-doo. Frost beetle. Okay, we've got our health maxed out. We've still got a little bit to go on our stamina. Let's double check. We could do a little more damage. Our armor is almost all the way up. I currently use one that gives me a lot of defense, and I use armor that lets my health regenerate. I can counteract a lot of the offensive loss of that with the fact that I'm using a greatsword, which... if I can keep recovering from my armor and then smack them with a greatsword, it works out.
Let's keep it up. Mission accomplished.
Okay. That'll about do it. We're going to eat some rations so that we can get our stamina back up to the maximum that we have unlocked there by getting a bunch of yellow birds. You can see the brew hare is intensifying some item effects. Sleepy toad, too. Sleepy toad will be useful against the umbrella bird. Less so the sleepy fish. But not impossible on the sleepy fish. Try to catch umbrella bird here. The golden beetles are spirit bugs that give you points and refill your stamina whenever you touch them. So they can be useful for traversing the map. Picking up some random things just to stock up on some extra points. Points are a way to purchase some items and services in the town without having to spend coins. I don't like to spend the coins because the coins are the only thing you can buy weapons and armor with. Assuming you have the right monster giblets in order to make the item in the first place. Get this little leechy boy too. No, can't. I'm already full up on him. Looks like Umbrella Bird outmaneuvered us there. But we're closing in.
Excuse me.
There's Umbrella Bird.
There's the target.
What I say Umbrella Bird because some of its postures make it look like an umbrella. It'll bring its wings in and stand on one leg. Tackled too soon, so I missed the iframes that I would have gotten. It just missed me there.
Face my fury.
Ouch. And ouch again. Did not manage to get lit on fire. That's nice.
Take this.
Nice meaty hit. And he deals one back. Oh. no bugs. Oh, Barioth. Barioth is much more dangerous than the two things I'm hunting. So we're gonna grab our little bird friend here. And we're just gonna book it away. And we're gonna go fight the sleepy fish. If we can. We should get there in time. The Flamingo Dance song has begun, which isn't too far off of what we're doing here. Bop!
This'll do for now.
Could have done a little bit more damage with that, but I was running out of time.
Make a step forward.
So, Sleepfish here
I think you've had enough.
has knockout gas, which is as its breath weapon.
Let's keep it up. No more holding back.
Right in the noggin.
Thanks for the support.
I can get away with missing to some extent with that big groundward strike from midair. Because it swings backwards a little bit.
Are you ready?
The big sparklers stuck to him are explosive acorns, essentially, that the cats will throw and embed in them that cause extra damage if you hit that same spot.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, once again, a little early with my tackle there.
Thanks for the support. A major step forward.
Oh, nice. That last swing finished him off. Very lungy opponent.
I'll help myself, thank you.
Think as much it's meant to be sort of the crane style slash big sweepy martial arts fight with these guys, paired with the imagery of that sort of fisher bird where they have that lunging beak spear kind of move. Lots of like clawed foot strikes. The trick toad will draw a monster's attention if you give it a smack. Giving random wildlife a smack is how you do a lot of stuff in this game. Works relatively nicely. Give some Ember time on camera here. There's our Somnicanth friend again.
Don't let it get away.
Now, I'm always rolling after a big strike like that because of the recoil time on Greatsword recovering from an attack. It takes a long time if I just swing, then I stand up, then I can put my sword away. But if I swing, roll, I can put my sword away as I'm standing up from the roll. Way faster. And since you're getting right up on their face when you're going for the greatsword attacks, you really don't want to waste time putting the sword away. There is a skill for that, but I don't have it equipped. Oh, there's a armor skill for that. I don't have it slotted at all. Big part of gearing up in Monster Hunter is deciding which skills are most precious to you. Because it can be a hassle to get the right combo together with all of the skills that you really want. Oh, wow. Whoops. It will do that little knock a shell together. It's got a bit of otter vibe to it to go with the sleepy fish aspect. But it'll knock that shell together to blind you. Dodge out of the way of the sleep gas.
I shall put this to good use.
Take a moment to kill this, finish carving that fish there. Blasts out a wave of sleep gas with that move. Ow. I'm remembering a lot of things that this monster can do that I've forgotten. We got a break on the tail. Oh, got me with the sleep gas. And then exploded me. I'm rolling afterwards because that explosion leaves you covered with volatile dust, which will explode eventually. So Macantha's booking it away. We're very clumsily winning here. Almost there. Deliberately dodged. Getting a lot of mileage out of the bomber cats going right now. Consciousness fading. Cats and pets can run up and knock you out of the sleep build-up state, which is very nice. Let's get away from the explosion this time. Right there, I managed to tackle past the impact.
Wonderful work, my friend. No more holding back. The humans could learn from you. This is going to happen.
Like clockwork. One of the callouts for the greatsword with the voice that I'm using is, "This is going to hurt." And that generally means I'm about to get smacked by a monster.
Face my fury.
Oh dear. Smack. I don't know what the symbol actually is, but if you watch Somnicant's belly, it's something that you often see on, like, pictures of, like, thunder gods with the drums in Japanese folklore.
It's severely wounded. Wonderful work, my friend.
Ha! The cats killed it. Excellent. See, one of them is still lobbing the explosives that finished it off.
Help myself, thank you.
Good deal.
What's this?
When you kill the final monster, you get a full minute to finish carving and picking up all the materials. If you capture, you get about maybe 20 seconds tops to finish getting any materials that might still be laying around, since you can't carve a captured monster.
Laughably easy. Well done.
Very nice. And another skill for a weapon that I'm probably not going to use. Insect Glaive is neat, but it's not really my style. Oh, that's not bad. Earplugs, you generally want a lot more levels of it to be worthwhile. It is nice that that has a 4 slot, but what I'd really like is something that can handle 2 level 2 slots. See if I have an example of... No, I don't. So that's a level 1 slot. The first one on this one is a level 3 slot, up right below the title of the talisman. There's a size in between that for level 2. I want 2 of those. If I can get 2 of those on an otherwise really good talisman, then I'm kind of set. But we're going to take a quick break here. I will be right back. In the meantime, watch some kitties. Couple minutes tops. Buttons are being oh, okay, that's what I did. Tom noticed that I left and is resentful. He's gonna go get a snack now. Yep, this and Earth Defense Force are very, very chill games for me. They're things that it's straightforward to just play and play.
I have a special quest for you.
Within reason. I mean, after a while, anything gets tiresome. Well, we got a lot of the optionals done that time.
Here's the quest list.
Let's check a little further down here. There we go.
May the spirits protect you.
Knock out some other extras here. You know what? I haven't tried Rage Slash in a while. I still like Tackle over Guard Tackle. One of the big reasons I like Tackle is you stand still while you're doing it. This one has the advantage that if it does block, you get a more powerful follow-up. So we're gonna shuffle them. I don't like Hunting Edge too much, but again, let's switch it up, do some different stuff. Reload our basic set. Jump over to the Buddy Plaza and see if we've got a new set of cats that are any good to me.
Hello.
Nope, nope, nope. And that one has anti-monster mine, which is nice, but no. No. And no. Too bad.
Nice talking to you.
So, let's see here. Gathering hub. You know what? Here, let's show the other Dango animation.
Get your money, Dongo, right here.
This is Yomogi, the core chef for the village. She is very enthusiastic, and she also pilots a giant minigun during the village defense missions.
What do I see today?
Okay, we'll take that and that. And it's an Acnosam, so we'll just order some more defense. This will be another Umbrella Bird. Should be pretty quick. You have to appreciate the talent on display for that little move that they all did there. Both the felines for tossing the Dango up in the air so that they would all line up. Her for being able to throw those skewers through all of them. And then the cats, again, for leaping up and catching them without being impaled.
I shan't lose.
We definitely won't lose. We can probably go a little faster with this one. It looks like our objective is to capture this time. Yep, it's capture. And capturing takes a lot less time than killing. Let's preset that. We'll grab a couple of Spirit Birds, but we probably aren't going to get the full set. Because it's only the one monster and it's a required capture.
Hunt or be hunted.
It is the giant snow bear bunny thing. Lagon B. Gumby's gimmick is that they can, like, slide around on their belly. Like that. Now, if he keeps chasing us, it'll actually be kind of convenient because he'll get in a fight with the bird.
Excuse me.
But it looks like he's done chasing.
There it is.
Oop.
This is going to hurt.
Now, the difference with Rage Slash is that it does less damage than the big cartwheeling one. But if I time it right such that they hit me during it, I hit harder.
Be careful. It's all over for you. Face my fury.
So you can see instead of the shoulder tackle, he runs forward and bops him with the flat of the blade. And if you land that hit, if you get a block in there,
You're done for.
then you immediately go into the third part of your combo,
Keep attacking. I shall use
which
this
is handy.
chance wisely.
Especially since if you're using the block or the tackle kind of scenario, you are probably up close and heading into another hit. So the Rage Slash following that isn't terrible. I'm just not great at using it yet.
Let's keep it up.
It is easier to just land the Rage Slash at least.
Let's have a close-up.
A major step forward.
Whoops. Well, I got the first hit, but he immediately took me out.
This is going to hurt. It's up to something. Are you ready?
Almost had a Rage Slash there, but I canceled it just the wrong time.
Wonderful work, my friend. Some humans could learn from you.
Ooh. Pretty straightforward, though. Pretty straightforward fight.
for the support.
Didn't expect him to cross the gap there. Getting outmaneuvered, but I mean, we're gonna win. Matter of time.
It's all over for you.
There's an anti-monster mine there.
Some humans.
Now's my chance.
We've got the mine in between us and him. Yep. So he'll have to get hit by it and get staggered if he tries to come after me. So I'll just use that time to sharpen.
Observe how it's done.
Didn't get the third hit, but okay, now we can capture him.
Crap place. Give it all you've got.
There we go.
Victory.
Pretty straightforward fight. If you get way better at me than this game, you start to get into these fights in such a way that you are evading most of the damage and you're landing your biggest hits constantly. Yeah, you get rewards. Creatures that can like breathe fire or lightning or anything like that tend to drop these sacks that are like the gland that emits the fire. But if you want a fire weapon or anything like that, you generally need those. Sword and shield move. Almost universally, I play greatsword. Like I said, I do occasionally play like heavy bowgun or similar, but mostly greatsword. Little lottery game there. Ooh. It doesn't have the slots I need, but it's not bad, really. Double speed sharpening. Speed sharpening is not one that I would sacrifice better skills for, though. Need 150 points from miscellaneous items to fulfill this. What I end up doing is spending down to enough that I still have plenty if I need to use that item for something else, but those high value ones are fast ways to get stuff. Like they're high point value. But yeah, figure a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise here. We're gonna call the stream a little early today. Again, this isn't really what I planned on doing, and a lot of this would just be the same thing that I have been doing indefinitely. So again, we're going to call it a little bit early. I do want to thank everybody that came out to watch today. Hey, if you like what you saw and you aren't already, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. We also stream over on Twitch. Newt Mechanist is the channel, and we do Noida streams over there. YouTube is currently our variety streams. We are working on a mod and integration between Noida and YouTube. Kind of custom, kind of hacky, but we're gonna do it. But in any event, hope you had fun. Big shout out to my Patreons and my Twitch subscribers for helping keep the channel going. And again, hope everybody has a good day today.